Hello, 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 my friends. We're in the UK. It is bang in the middle of winter. It's dark. It's cold. It's dark and cold until after we're stuck into work. In this video, I want to talk about the ways I'm keeping myself relatively motivated and also keeping myself happy with my day, productive at work, and as unaffected as possible by seasonal depression. And you know what they say about your mornings? If you win your morning, you win your day. So this is where I focus most of my energy in terms of ritualizing things, making things fun, making myself easily excitable by smaller things. One of the things I've been doing is making my bed, but including this little spray, which just makes it such a nice thing to do because my room then smells nice. The spray is apparently antibacterial, so hopefully it's helping the condition of my pillows. Hopefully I'm not just being scammed into that one, but it's a really nice way to ritualize making my bed and also make it a really good habit for the day. And you know, guys, it really does smell unreal, I'm not gonna lie. For me, this is a really nice way to control my spending because I'm still all about being financially, well and happy. And so I buy this small thing in my food shop, this little fabric spray, and it keeps me relatively happy when I spray it on my bed every morning. Another thing I'm trying to do is literally eat breakfast. I know this sounds a little bit insane, but recently I've just not woken up with an appetite. I have no idea why, but forcing myself to eat breakfast via my recipes, like my porridge recipes that I know I enjoy, making them out of foods I know I enjoy is a way to get me back into eating breakfast and get me back into being excited about it. And because the act of making breakfast is a habit for me, it's just like my appetite being low is a recent speed bump. I've kind of habit stacked my daily non-negotiables with breakfast because breakfast and coffee is something I do every day, no matter what. If you've heard of habit stacking before and you're not sure what it is, or you've never heard of habit stacking before at all, it's when you kind of attach a new habit or a habit or something that you're trying to make a habit to a habit that you already have. And I think it's a really clever way. Obviously, I did not invent this, but I think it's a really clever way of bringing in new habits into your life with as little effort and energy as possible. Getting these non-work related things done before I actually start my working day is really important because it gives me separation between waking up and actually looking at my emails and getting into the swing of things at work. I think I need that separation just so that I'm not constantly thinking about work, and I know in my brain that I've kind of settled myself emotionally before I start getting sucked into emails. It's also a nice way to give your brain that signal that says, look, you don't gotta worry about work until 9 a.m. because you're busy until then. You're busy doing journaling and pretending that you're a calm, peaceful woman. Now let's talk about the working day because I think segmenting this and working through your day with a productive mindset, incorporating breaks and working productively and efficiently will also help you actually relax in the evening because you'll know you've got what you needed to do done. By working productively and efficiently, I mean by doing things like getting your harder tasks done first thing, not spending too much time in your emails, and utilizing things like Pomodoro technique to maximize what you can get done when you're the most tired. For me, that is just before lunch and just after lunch. I get a bit of a slump, so I use a little timer on my iPad to help me get more done. And a big thing for me is eating lunch and not eating air for lunch. It's a little bit difficult because I love to cook, but back before remote working days and before COVID, I did used to be quite good at meal prepping and creating lunches to take into work. And so I'm going to try and apply this more to even working from home this year. And if you guys follow me on my other platforms, I've already shown little sneak peeks of my new workspace, but focusing on revamping this at the tail end of last year has improved my productivity so much. And I really don't get why I didn't do this sooner because the amount of time I spend at my desk, yet the pure hatred I had in my soul every time I had to go to my desk was, it's obviously mismatched. So I revamped everything, sold all of my old bits and bobs from the dark corner of the room that I used to sit in before, got a new desk, got a new laptop, got all these cute little accessories. Obviously the hot chocolate's not included, but I do have that every night, and I feel so much more motivated now when I'm working. I feel like I actually belong in my workspace. I feel more of a creator. I feel more of a big four business analyst. And I'm actually a lot more creative now because I feel like my old desk was honestly holding me back spiritually. I'm semi-joking, but honestly I feel like I can think more because I'm not stressing about being at my desk. I'm comfortable, I've got back support, I have room to put my arms on the desk and edit in peace. And it just goes to show, even if you're not worrying about something constantly every single day and it's not at the forefront of your mind, it can still probably take up a lot of your brain space and stop you from doing other things that you want to be doing or you feel like you need to be doing. And so while I got rid of my old desk and my new desk is absolutely lovely, this is a concept I'm also applying to having rest and having productive rest. On the days that I know I'm not going to be as productive, I allow myself to just be unproductive. I write it down as a sentence and I say it to myself, and honestly, I just stop feeling like a lazy person. I just stop feeling like I should be doing more because I have just accepted that I don't want to be doing more that day and I don't need to be doing more that day, and it just allows me to just enjoy the actual day I have in front of me instead of worrying about the other things. And while this is great to do in wintertime when it's dark and most of the times you won't be feeling up to par, I think giving yourself something creative or something fun to be devoted to in your spare time after work, just as a new project, just as a new distraction, while these gloomy months pass us by, I think is really important for this time. For me, it's just focusing on editing in my really cute workspace and just making sure that I love the space I'm in as well, so that I don't resent any time I spend in it. Another thing I'm doing to avoid getting sucked up into seasonal depression is to just reduce the amount of dead time in the day. So if I want to go to the gym or if I want to edit that evening, I will just get straight to it after work. I won't sit around, go on my phone, find something to get distracted by or feel sad about. I will just move on to the next activity. And something else I've been doing as well is running. I never ever would have put myself down as a runner, but since about May last year I have just been trying to get better at it, and it's been working. I've been running at snail's pace but consistently for 6-ish months, and my time and my general capacity to run has gotten a lot better. So seeing that progress over time has been super motivating and keeps me going back to the gym. And I don't know if you've realized the kind of theme going on in this vlog, but all of the things I'm doing to try and stop myself from being distracted or sucked into seasonal depression, I'm adding things into my routine or keeping things in and fluffing them up. I am not taking anything out at all. And this evening, what I added in or kind of swapped was reading time for my usual stressing about the next day time or doom scrolling on TikTok, and also just having little sweet treats. And I had a very, very ugly protein mug cake and it was delicious, but it wasn't completely unhealthy as well. So there was a little bit of chocolate in there. It keeps you warm, keeps your nutrition up, and keeps me satisfied that I hadn't restricted myself that day in terms of what I like to eat. The main things I want to emphasize with this vlog is that I focus all on the small things, ritualizing them and making sure that I love them.